You can't, oh, you can't. Hi everyone, welcome. We've been here for about an hour talking to you and
You're on.
Didn't realise that nothing was happening. Plus, the good thing is, hopefully you're still out there, that's one thing. But we also have Kim here. Now Kim,
Here we go.
it takes her 45 minutes to get here and she left about 3 hours ago. And she's finally here, but she had a nail stuck in her tyre.
Two nails.
2 nails. So if you did that, you're very naughty. Because she didn't get here on time. But anyway, we're here now and thank you for joining us. We are here from the BBC America in Denver, North Carolina, at the kitchen table, coming to you live. So thank you for staying there. I hope you enjoyed a nice cup of tea while you waited. As you can see, we have a little English mug here. I hope Kim has one too.
I have umbrellas, I have Union Jack, I
umbrellas?
have
Oh yeah, for the rain. I thought she meant a cocktail.
Tower Bridge,
Yeah.
and a gin and tonic. No,
I want an umbrella, I thought. I need an umbrella. That's for later on. We'll probably reminisce after the fact.
That's for Ron. Hello from New Hampshire, somebody, George.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. It's lovely to see you all in light of the situation that's happening in the world. I feel very fortunate. I live in a lovely place and it's a lovely day outside. And for those, for example, my mother is in England. Let's mention my mum. My mum was supposed to be here for about 6 weeks over this time. And she didn't make it here in time. So I'm just really upset for her because she's stuck at home on her own. And so I just want you to know, Mum, that we're thinking about you. I hope you tuned in, all right?
Hi, Ginge.
And I just want to say a happy Mother's Day for you tomorrow from the US, from all of us here, from your family here. We miss you and we love you very much. So that's for my mother. And there's a little surprise coming in the mail on Monday, okay, for you to look out for.
Your mother.
So you can open the door to a stranger just for that surprise, okay?
Don't they just leave the package? And
Yeah, they'll leave the package and
ring
then
the doorbell.
they'll do, what do we call it, knock down ginger?
Knock down ginger, yeah.
You used to go knock on the door and run away. Did you ever do that in your life?
Did you put an empty milk bottle on the handle?
No.
Oh, no, that never happened either. I never did that either.
Wow.
Hello from Stockholm.
Stockholm. Are you from Sweden? Hi to Sweden. We love you very much. Oh, you do those accents better than I do, don't you?
Do I?
Random accents.
I think it's the Welsh accent that I love the most.
I love that the most too.
I don't know why, but I love it. Not being funny or anything.
No, the tea is going to her head. The tea is... Talking of other drinks.
Yes.
I have a friend who contacted me the other day and I feel so lucky. Kari, if you're watching, she's just opened up a little vodka distillery, I guess. She produces her own vodka and guess what?
Where
I
is
have
she?
a couple of bottles on the way in
Nice.
California.
Nice.
So thank you, I'm really looking forward to that. My mum would look forward to it even more if she was here, but maybe it'll last longer with me. So what are you doing, Kim?
Yeah, I'm just checking that you're...
I have a lovely little announcement I want to make. I have joined up with Lights Out Clothing. Oops, that way. Jake Lawson has very kindly offered a t-shirt to people who like and share this book. Now, we're not bribing you or anything. Don't get us wrong, but there's lots of giveaways today. It's a little bit of bribery, okay? But if you like this and you share it, there's going to be giveaways, right? And Jake is producing the Alison Fisher line of clothing, okay, which I'm wearing now, one piece. There'll be more, but if anyone tunes in, goes and buys from the shoplightsout.com and uses AF15, you will get 15% off of anything that you buy there. So whether it be my stuff, if you don't like that, you can do the Lights Out stuff because it's great stuff. So I'm really looking forward to being a part of joining up with Lights Out Billiard Apparel. Craig Osborne, my doubles partner from England. How you doing? Congratulations on your lovely little boy, I think you've had, yeah? So congratulations. Ashley Burrows in New York is watching. Gosh, I can't even imagine what it's been like for you for the last couple of months. Wow. all those people in apartments or houses in New York, and the state of things there has been scary. And we're thinking of you, and I know you keep cussing people out who have billiard tables at home. We're around the kitchen table right now, so we're not even thinking about that. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, everyone. I've got a little riddle for you. Kim was here earlier and I was reading it out, but nobody was watching because we weren't live.
I'm going to write this down.
Are you ready?
I am.
Here's a riddle,
Okay.
and you can write your answers. I'm going to do random giveaways. I'm going to pick people randomly, and it won't be right now, but this is live, and I will put this on my YouTube. Obviously, it won't be live there. So let people know so they don't miss out. The riddle is, I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I? Do you have any thoughts?
Cities, no houses. Mountains, no trees. And water, no fish.
You're just one of the people here, Kim. Other people are watching this. So I Ashley just said I'm so proper. Which she thought I was till she really met me. Then she really found out the truth. And now she's saying so bored. Is that bored with this broadcast, or are you just bored at home? Oh well.
She can't be bored.
Watch lots of YouTube videos. You know what I've been watching? I've been watching lots of snooker players. I love watching snooker, and you know it's the Crucible time that would be the World Championships in the famous Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, and it's not happening. So they're showing old broadcasts from years ago, famous matches and interviews. And I just caught one of Hendry the other day, Stephen Hendry. I mean, it's so nice to look back on the 80s.
What do you love about watching snooker players?
The precision.
Okay.
Precision,
Technique.
the thorough technique.
Yeah, head down.
Head down, dead still on the shot, the arm not dropping. I mean, it's just, I love watching it. But I love watching the characters too.
Yeah.
You know, just watching them, how they deal and handle pressure. And it's just so, you know, natural.
It's what you strive for, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You watch somebody like Stephen Hendry.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember there was a match he played Mike Hallett. So Mike Hallett was something like 9-1 ahead, and Stephen Hendry came back and won something like 10-9. It was just
never give up.
there. The unfortunate thing for Mike Hallett was he went home and his house had been burgled. So not only was he on the brink of winning his first major event, he's got his telly stolen.
Do you think they just stole the telly?
They probably, maybe, they probably saw him on TV and thought, oh, he's not at home.
He's not at home! Great time to go and steal from him.
But so that's a great match to watch.
I can't believe that. I can't believe you just said that.
Just dig in.
Talking of which, do you remember, and by the way, hi Caroline, I see you out there, my friend from England.
Is that Walshy?
That's Walshy,
Hi,
as we know her. Now, do you remember many moons ago we created some English sayings?
Did we? You and I did?
We did, us. And we just thought we'd throw some out there and see if you get it right. You know, you can answer on the feed. Ready?
Right.
Okay.
Ooh.
What? I'm going to give you an A, B or C, all right? An argy... Don't you say anything.
I won't.
Argy-bargy. Is it A,
I love this.
an argument, B, the name of a dance, or C, the name of a famous riverboat?
Oh, good one. Good one.
All right, just for you to think about. We've done that one. Okay. I'm going to ask you another one now. Have you got the answer to the riddle?
No, the city, no house, mountain, no water, mountain, no trees, water, no fish. No, I don't have that one.
All right, I've got another one for you now. A wobbly.
Ooh.
Throwing a wobbly. Is it
Throwing a wobbly.
A, a tantrum, B, some candy, C, an unclosed door?
Ooh, I thought it was an Olympic event. I'm in the throwing a wobbly event. I'll be throwing a wobbly as far as I can. But it's not the Olympics.
It's not the Olympics, and don't listen to her, okay? So,
all right, throwing a wobbly. I'm going to see if I can think of some.
Just think of some, and I've got a couple more riddles for later. So just keep going on this. Bear with me on this.
Yep.
I've got another one. Here's another one.
Okay.
Actually, an English one. Ready? I
Okay.
couldn't resist this one.
Alright.
Gobsmacked.
Oh, yes.
Is it A hit in the face?
Uh-huh.
Is it B, speechless? Or is it C, how the English batter their fish and chips?
With perfect precision there.
Now, I want you to think about what I've said, just so you have to bring me back to it and give some answers. People are putting A's, B's, and this is wonderful. Mark Wilson, one of my favourite people, is watching. Mark, how are you doing? Oh, I know you've been missing out on a lot of coaching over the last couple of months. I know you had a lot planned. So wishing you and Kathy well. All right. Hope you're keeping that lovely attitude you have up. You're my man when it comes to coaching, so I'm looking forward to working with you again in the near future.
I love
and
Mark.
Jeff,
He's so patient, isn't he?
Jeff Bauer, I think a wobbly is a cue with a nice bend in the shaft. Yeah, maybe I should put that down as D. That is a good point. Could be. Could be. Could be B. Could be B. Could be D. Right, okay.
All right, so there's lots of people commenting. Any questions?
Well, I have a couple that I wrote down the other day because as soon as I put out that I was going to do a live broadcast, I did have some questions thrown in
Can
there.
I just say hi to Martha?
Please
Martha
do.
Watts. Hi, Martha. I just did. All right.
Martha, hi. Lovely to see you. You know where we live if you want to send us some chocolate-covered strawberries. Anything? Something like that? That'd be nice. Okay. Nice to see you. Okay. How are you spending your isolation? This is from April Larson. Good friend on the WPBA tour, the grinder. I noticed that April has been grinding it out on the pool table. She's been playing some matches against the Ghost, and that's been fun to watch. So well done. Gosh, I've done everything. Dee and I, we've done inside and outside the house. Put in flower beds, border. Done the grass, done some painting, done some painting, done more painting,
Cut down some
cleaning, emptied out closets that haven't been gone in for years, emptied out, done a lot of goodwill trips, done a lot of dump trips. So I've taken more trips to the dump and goodwill than I've done in my life, I think, in the last couple of months.
The dump is the tip, I think. Over here.
Over here, it's the rubbish tip.
Rubbish.
Sorry, the dump. Yeah. In
Yeah.
England, it's yes. Anyway, we don't need to go into that. That's where I've been, taking a little ride
I think
out the
everybody's
house.
got the cleanest
Oh,
houses.
do you know what? Guess who's watching? And I just want to wish you a happy retirement, Peter Ebdon. Peter Ebdon.
He's
Now,
retired.
Peter, I remember you when you had the long ponytail. But not only that, I was thinking when I read that you retired the other day, I'm not sure why, because you're not too old, mate. But great player, somebody who really had a great determination at the table. Your face said it all when you were playing. And I happened to be listening to an interview by Stephen Hendry the other day, who said that he really didn't enjoy playing you. You're a great player to play against, and he played you, didn't he, in one of the world finals, I think, and I think you won it. So you're a world champion. Thank you for tuning in. You've given a lot to the sport. You're a great person on and off the table. But I do remember you when you were younger. You were like the top amateur before you came pro, and what a great player. So thank you for giving what you have to the sport and just being a good person within the sport.
Aww.
And I wish you a happy retirement, whatever you do. Right, so that's Peter. I also want to congratulate Florian Venom Caller for, he's had 1 million hits on YouTube, I think. That's phenomenal.
Doing what?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose.
Oh, great. Okay, well,
Just
doing
he's
anything.
had 1 million hits.
Doing anything.
No, he's a trick shot artist.
Okay.
And so congratulations, Florian, on that. That's tremendous for the sport. It all adds to everyone who plays with a cue. So we love that. We love that news. WPBA, that's the Women's Professional Billiard Association, are coming out with a ghost pool tournament this week, finishing on Saturday, next Saturday, I believe, with the final. And we have some great players in it. I'm not in it because I haven't played in a while, but we've got Kelly Fisher, we have Monica Webb, Lena Sjörsvik is entering it from Norway. We have Ava Lawrence from Conway. who's going to send me a bobblehead soon. She promised me the other day.
A bobblehead of her or you?
Of her.
Oh, great.
I need to create one. I haven't.
By the way, talking of bobbleheads, is Karen around?
She's downstairs practicing.
All right, of course she is.
We can go and get her because I know she's always present in these broadcasts. So yeah, she's downstairs. She's hitting on the pool table. She's very dedicated, is our Karen. But I'll try and get her up for a cup of tea in a bit. So maybe she'll make an appearance. All right. So she's downstairs. Thank you for loving my shirt from Lights Out. Thank you. That's lovely of you. I do love white. White is a nice colour, I think. Right now, let's do another riddle. I want to do another riddle.
Okay.
Here's a good one. What word in the English language does the following? The first two letters signify a male. The first three letters signify a female. The first four letters signify a great, while the entire word signifies a great woman. What is the word?
One word.
I love it when your little eyebrows come together.
Where do you get these
I've really puzzled her.
That's incredible.
Isn't that a good one?
The first two letters signify a male. Mm-hmm. The first three letters signify a female.
Yes.
Which I think I've got.
Carry on.
Right. And the first...
Four letters signify a great.
A great.
A great. Great. Great.
Okay.
Somebody who's great. And while the entire word signifies a great woman, what is the word?
Yeah, you've completely puzzled me.
I've puzzled her, and she doesn't often get puzzled.
Usually I can work these things out.
She's a good thinker, is our little Kimmy.
Talking of thinking,
yeah.
You said that there's a WPBA event playing the Ghost. Can you tell us how that's going to work?
I don't really know.
Oh, all right.
Tune into WP. No, I think I'm not really sure if people are racing to a certain amount. I presume, like, two players are matched up and they race to 9 on their own table at home. Now, playing a ghost for those who don't watch is you break the balls. If you make it doesn't matter if you make a ball or don't make a ball and break. You take ball in hand after the break and you try and clear the table. If you miss, the ghost wins a game. So then I guess you just post your score, how many you did. Yeah. 9-1, 9-5, whatever it is. And so, anyway, WPBA.com, if you want to follow any news about that or follow where to watch. Hello, Mary. See you out there. Hope your family are well. Hello. Look at you. Barry Emerson, you scored that. You got that. Well done. Barry, I haven't seen you for many years. I think last time I saw you was on a beach in California. You were teaching me how to body surf, I think. That was years ago, wasn't it? Way back when. So we do have some people who got the answer. Do you know the answer, Kim?
The answer to which one, though?
Well, that riddle we just did, I'm going to give you the answer.
Yeah, give me the answer.
The answer is heroin.
Oh, yes. Okay, I put Mr.
It's okay. It's okay.
That's brilliant, yeah.
And the first riddle... Did we have answers for that? I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I?
Has anybody got that right?
Can we get answers, please?
I think you've upped your game, definitely. You've definitely upped your game. You've been reading since I saw you last. I don't care who you are.
I've been Googling.
You've been Googling.
But don't tell anyone, all right? Has anyone got the answer to that? Anyone thinking about that?
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing if we've got any questions here.
Anything?
Oh, a lot of people got heroin right.
Heroin, well done.
Yeah, well done.
And I might just pick somebody and give them a ball for that. I may sign it, I may not, but anyway. Maybe we'll get you to sign it too. The Hand. Kim the Hand.
The Hand. They don't come me handy for nothing.
All right, I'm going to do one more riddle. It all relates to my mother, really.
Okay.
What English word has 3 consecutive double letters?
Ooh. 3 consecutive double letters.
She won't get it.
3 consecutive.
She won't get it. What English word has 3 consecutive double letters?
I don't even know what double letter is.
I see some answers to the first one. 2 letters in a row. But I have cities but no houses. I have mountains but no trees. I have water but no fish. What am I? A map. You're a map.
Oh, you're great. I feel like a muppet right now because I haven't got anything right.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right, because I wouldn't have got it either.
Yeah, all right. So
What English word has 3 consecutive double letters? I don't think people are going to get this.
There's definitely a double E in there. I'm using my logical head there.
Yes.
Double T as well.
No.
Oh.
Anyone getting it? No, it's not Mississippi. It's an English word has 3 consecutive double letters.
Oh. Okay.
It's not that, but that's an excellent try.
Double S. I'm writing this down. S. Okay.
Right, so we'll come back to that. We'll come back. So we've done the cities and we've done the heroine. The last one is something else.
Yeah. Here we go. We've got from John Crawford has a question. Can you talk a little about developing your own line of cues?
I will, but somebody just got the answer. Alison Moyam, I'm not sure how you say that. She just got the answer, and it is a bookkeeper. Well done. A bookkeeper, and that is, my mother was a bookkeeper.
Oh, is Alison English?
It's Mother's Day coming up tomorrow.
That's brilliant.
And the other one was a map, because my mum is so far away on the map.
Oh.
Did you like that? That was fun, wasn't it? So thank you
yeah.
for entertaining me in that.
Oh, very good. I see
All
why
right.
you said English, because Mississippi does have that too.
It does, and it's
Yeah,
very
well
good.
done.
Bookkeeper, everyone. Thank you for that. That was a good one.
Well done. Or bookkeeping, says Kai. Says Chris
So
Wiley.
true. If you want to be a little bit different, that's fine. And now we just mentioned a couple of English words, didn't we? Gobsmacked. Is it A, a hit in the face, B, speechless, or C, how the English batter their fish and chips? And the answer is, Kim Shaw?
A.
No, it's B, speechless.
Oh yeah. To be honest, I wasn't even listening. I was trying to read.
You know, in England, the gob is the mouth. Just so you know,
yeah.
gobsmacked.
I actually just left you gobsmacked because I got it wrong.
Speechless. Right,
Okay.
so I'm speechless. So,
Next one,
excellent.
I'm listening now.
Next one, argy-bargy. Is it A, an argument, B, the name of a dance, or C, the name of a famous riverboat?
That would be an argument.
A, an argument. Excellent.
Yeah.
And we did another one, a wobbly. Is it A, a tantrum, B, some candy, or C, an unclosed door?
I'm having a tantrum if I'm throwing a wobbly.
That's right, she's throwing a wobbly. She might throw a wobbly later, you never know.
I might do because I got the first one wrong.
Right,
Well,
she
I
might.
wasn't
She's
listening.
very disappointed
Can I
in
just throw
herself.
out what does Pete Tong mean?
Yeah,
There
Pete
we
Tong.
go.
Somebody's
It's-
asking
it's
what...
It's gone all Pete Tong.
It's gone Pete Tong. What do you think that means?
And there's a follow-up question to that. Who is Pete Tong?
Right, so it's gone Pete Tong. Anyone got any thoughts on that? Is it Pete Tong? Is it
Tong.
Pete?
It's Pete Tong, yeah. And Pete Tong is a real person. And who is Pete Tong?
And who is Pete Tong?
Now, anybody from England will get this.
Oh, look, Nick, my cousin from Spain. How are you? Do you speak Spanish?
What's in your...
Probably not, right? Right, okay.
Okay, all right. Love the painting. Oh, yeah. Nice.
Hung that actually
Painting.
today. Hung that today. Emmeline Collado's watching. Hello, how are you? Lovely to see you here. I noticed that you shared this on the NAPT site. So thank you. Thank you everyone for sharing. Kaylin, thank you for sharing and thank you for the work that you do out there in the truck driving goods to people.
Aw,
So
yeah, well done,
thank you
you.
to all of our workers out there who are on the front line. We really appreciate it. And there's too many to mention. If I mention one, I miss somebody else. So we really do appreciate everything that everyone's doing. My mum's tuned in. Hello, Mother.
James.
Did you hear the beginning of it when we were talking? Actually, I don't think I did talk about it. I was talking to myself earlier, thinking I was live, and I wasn't. Okay. So,
That's not the only time you talk to yourself.
well, I do talk to myself. But anyway, I was talking about my mum. We had a conversation the other day, and she is watching snooker on TV of late. And did I say that this is the time of the Crucible Theatre World Championships in
that.
Sheffield? And obviously it's not on, so they're showing old matches. And my mum has been watching snooker now and learning the numbers of the balls and what they're worth. And she's just done it like 27 years too late because I don't play snooker anymore. My mother's just learned how to play the game, how it works. So I'm very grateful that you did that, Mum. and it's better late than never. So now if you go and watch some of my old YouTube videos, you can follow along and realise what I did. Thanks.
I have a question from Jodie Eubanks.
Jodie Eubanks.
What is the toughest match you've ever played?
Oh, there's so many tough matches. Gosh.
All right, let's say top 3.
Well, actually, I'm going to come to that because somebody did ask a question as well, and I want to bring it up. It said, which match was the most memorable and which was the most grueling?
Oh, okay, that's good.
So this is kind of within that answer. The most memorable, I think, was playing in the Nationals when I first came over. It was 1996 to be precise, in December, at the Bicycle Club in LA. And I was playing the semi-final against Robin Bell.
Ooh.
And now she's Dodson, because she got married after that, I believe. And we were playing, and at the time, you know when you break the balls and you see the run out, you know, well, at that time I was still looking at the numbers on the balls. I wasn't quite there yet because I'd only been playing it a few months. Anyway, I looked down and I thought, okay, 1, 2, 3, I've got that mapped out. So I get down and shoot the 1, and then I shoot the 3, the red, and then the blue.
Oh, okay.
Then I hit foul.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Tipton at the time was our referee. And I looked at him and I'm like, wow, what have I done wrong?
Yeah.
There's no clothing foul. I haven't got hair long enough to touch the balls. What's going on here? And he said, you just shot the balls in the wrong order. And I went, oh. So that was a bit embarrassing. So that was memorable. That's something I'll never forget. I did shoot the balls.
Especially as you actually did take the time to look at the numbers.
Exactly.
You do know that 3 comes after 2, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We're just clearing that up.
Yeah. So thank you for that. Okay. So that was one.
Aww.
And then the other one, I was playing Karen Core. And I think I was 8-1 down. I'm pretty sure I was 8-1 down. And you know, playing Karen, if I go in to play Karen Core, I know I'm in for a long battle, right? Absolutely. Well, I was 8-1 down, I believe, and it was getting on for midnight. Wow. And she had me in this really super difficult snooker. Wait a minute. Oh, Jason Pigram. Hi, Jace. Nice to see you. That's very kind of you. I hope everything's good with you too. He's an old snooker player that we used to play against when we were amateurs, and then they turned pro and all that jazz. But anyway, it's nice to see you on here. So I hope life is treating you really, really well. And thank you for your compliment. Wish I could say the same for Kim, but anyway. Anyway,
let's move on.
That match, I got out of a 2-rail snooker that was, you miss it, you're out. That's it. Right, I can't draw it.
I was going to say,
Kim was about to draw it, but she wasn't there.
But I don't know what
it was
you're talking about.
Here
we go, brilliant.
Length of the table, 1. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. 2. Oh, I can't look. 2 and all the way down for a ball down here, something like that. I'll show you later, which is not something else I want to talk about. I'll post it later on. Okay. Reminds me of something else. Anyway, I made the shot. I just touched it. You could see the life drain out of her. I came back to win 9-8. It was the most unbelievable comeback that I've ever made. And it was... Anyway, at the end of the match, we were both worn out because it was probably like 2 a.m, something like that. It was... And Karen, I never forget, I looked back and she went and laid on the floor because she had a bad back. Yeah. But... Yeah. We both, it was like 2 heavyweights knocking each other out.
You had a match like that against Kelly. Kelly's very first match when she came over.
Yeah, Kelly was 8-1 up. And flying. Absolutely flying. We were in Windsor, Ontario. Windsor at casino.
Oh, really? Okay.
She's 8-1 up, making everything on the table. And I'm like, oh, this is a bit embarrassing, isn't it, for me? Anyway, I stuck to it and I ended up winning 9-8. I won the match 9-8. So... I think one thing is to never give up. Anything can happen at this game.
It's a race to 9, not a race to 8.
It's wise words from Kim. It's a race to 9. It's not a race to 8. Yeah. But what I wanted to say is, when I said I will post it later on, is my good friend Thorsten Holman, and a great player, another world champion, has just come out with an app. I think it's Qtable. I'm pretty sure. Can you look it up?
Oh, yeah.
I think it is. I don't want to say the wrong thing because it's amazing.
Thorsten Holman app.
Yeah. you can get it from the App Store, and really cool because you can, you know, draw out anything you want on a pool table, but it's so easy and you can share it and everything. So I just wanted to give him a shout out. I need to call him and talk to him about it because it is a great app and he needs to give me a little breakdown of how everything works, but it's super easy. I think I've figured it out on my own. QLab, that's it. It's
Okay.
QLab. I apologise. Thank you, Jeff, for keeping me on track.
No.
It's QLab, all right? It's QLab on the App Store.
Oh,
it's
good.
excellent. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we sorted that out. Okay.
I have a question from Ziggy
We have a question.
Mituzis.
Mizukis, I think it is. She
No,
always...
it's M-I-K.
Mikusis?
Yeah. Mikusis, which is what
Makuna Matata?
Question.
Hakuna Matata.
With the
Kathy
different
Metzing.
colour felts out there, is it an adjustment when you play on the light blue versus the dark green?
Yes, the adjustments. I like playing on blue cloth. Not only is it much nicer to look at on TV, but it's great to see the balls. You know, to see the edges of the balls. It's much more visible for a player. The dark green, you kind of lose sight of the edges of the balls when especially when they're close to the rail. It's not my age, by the way. This is just a fact, okay? Fact of life.
Yeah.
The age too,
The eyes.
but definitely I love the blue cloth much more. So, okay.
Tony Coles, what do you think of the carbon shafts that are out there now?
And I'm seeing other questions too about that. Well, I actually have one. I don't think I brought it up with me. I did, because somebody asked me to do a what's in the case, and I want to do that for you because I'm going to show you that. But my local friends are watching, Sue and all lovely people, my local friends. So thank you for watching. The carbon fibre shaft. I'm using... Did you just yawn then, Kim?
No, I
Right,
didn't.
good. I'm using... Did you just... Kim, wake up.
Yeah, all right.
I'm using a carbon fibre called the Rogue from Joe Peachower, and I do sell them as well. It is the best carbon fibre shaft I've used, and just to give you an idea, at the beginning of the year I played in Canada at the Ashton Twins Classic, our good friends in Canada, Joey and Bevy. Beautiful, one of the best tournaments I've played in as far as the arena was absolutely fantastic. It was the best arena I've ever played in. Anyway, I did end up winning the tournament and I played Jennifer Bretta in the final. We had a great final and she knocked me out of the hot seat, which I was very upset about, and I had to think about it and managed to come back.
You missed a 5-ball, I think.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, do we have to digress? I'm in a flow.
Okay.
Anyway, hi Brittany, it was your birthday yesterday, my dear. Lovely to see you on here.
Happy birthday,
Debbie Reynolds.
Brittany.
Debbie Reynolds is watching.
Claire.
English girl. Well, we're throwing some Englishisms for you in a
I
bit.
love it.
Brittany and me have had some fun times, though, haven't we, in China? But we don't need to talk about them on air because they're between us, and
Okay.
it involves a cart in a hotel. And don't put the apple before the cart.
No, I think it's the horse before the cart.
The horse before the cart.
Yeah, the cart might be filled with apples. I think that's where you're getting confused. But there's
Yeah.
always a horse before the cart.
I think the cart was filled with WPBA players at the time.
Oh, right, and you were pulling it.
I might have been on it. I might have been hanging on it. I might have been pushing it.
Right.
I don't know. But
Around
anyway,
the
that's for
hotel.
another day.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of a story.
Yeah, you were. You were playing Jennifer Beretta. She knocked you over. You were.
Oh, carbon
she knocked you
fibre.
over, yeah.
That was the
Carbon
first
fibre, yeah.
time I got it like 2 days before the event. Joe sent it to me, and I put it on my queue. And I didn't take my wood shaft. I thought, no, I'm just going for it. And I used that, and I loved it. And I'll tell you why I loved it. I loved it because it enabled me to use more spin than I could use be comfortable with on my wood shaft. I could do shots that I wouldn't think about doing with my wood shaft. And I just had so much confidence and trust in it. So I've switched to that. Now, each to their own, but this one does not go off course at all. In other words, it doesn't deflect the cue ball off course, so I can aim for a spot, play with loads of spin. And I know you're a bit of a fan of inside English. I don't know why. Nobody likes that. Normal people don't like that, but Kim loves it.
Kimmy.
Anyway, if you play with that, You'd be amazed. Even you, Kim. I think you could even find centre ball with that. I know that's a bit of a tricky thing.
That's the elusive centre ball.
So, I've talking about cues. I just want to go on to that. So, I've talked about my memorable match. I've talked about my grueling match. I've talked about... And now I'm coming to cues. Now, I went to meet with Joe Peachow, who makes my cues. They're all American made. He goes and picks his maple. He picks the wood that he likes to use for his cues, and it's always the finest. But I have some cues on my website, and I'm going to be adding more pictures soon. But I wanted to show you a couple because I want to show you comparisons of what we did. So here's a cue in my line, and it happens to be the AF7. And you can see it. It's leopard wood and ebony and some abalone and a leather wrap. Now I'm showing it because we've changed the wrap. It had a linen wrap. You can get it with any wrap on it, okay? And here's another one, the same cue. Look at that, with a 10 coloured wrap that matches the wood. So I'm just showing you that we're offering different varieties in the cues. What you see on the screen at alisonfisher.com, you can basically customise to anything you want. And we've come up with some absolutely stunning designs. And here's one of my favourites too, which is Bacote. I love the Bacote wood. Look at this wood in this cue. Okay, I love the traditional look of it. But we've added a nice leather wrap to that, and that is a stunning cue too. And in my line, if you looked at the picture right now, it's the AF5. It comes with just a wood wrap. You can have it just wood, or you can have the leather put on it. You can have linen, you can have whatever you want, but that's another stunning cue in the line. And I've added little brass rings to my line of cues because I think they really set it off and look really nice. And then some of you females out there might like this, or males, it doesn't matter because my son loves the colour purple. But here we have a nice cue that's available in burgundy colour, but this is also a lovely purple colour, and that's a really pretty cue, and that's something to be seen live. But that's an AF3 in the line. Anyway, we will be showing more cues later on, but the carbon fibre, I can't speak highly enough of it. The Rogue is what I play with, and I play with a 12.4 millimetre. So now let's go in the case. Okay, we're going in the case.
1 second.
Now.
Where can we buy those cues?
You can buy it.
Website?
You can go on alisonfisher.com and ask for more info. They'll be on there soon. Or you can go on the Peachow website, peachhourcues.com. So I'm just going to do a little what's in the case, because people want to know what's in your case. Okay, so here's some little sneaky preview of my case.
I love that.
Firstly, I want to say this is John Barton case. Right, he made this beautiful case, and I snagged it, and I'm going to tell you how I snagged it. I was at Valley Forge last year at the expo, the Valley Forge Expo, and I walked into his booth, and he happened not to be there, but his wife was there.
He was sick.
He was sick, he wasn't feeling very well. And so his wife said, you can choose whatever you want. John's not here, but I'm going to give you a case.
Love it.
So I quickly chose something and got out of there because I thought if John comes back, I might not get a case. So thank you to his wife, Karen, for the case.
Lovely case.
But I love the case, and I'll tell you why I love the case. I've also used Justice cases. I'm going to give a shout out to Jack Justice. He's retired now, but I've owned a few Jack Justice cases in my time, and they're absolutely wonderful, hand-tooled and fabulous cases too. But why I like this case, look, chalk holder, magnetic chalk holder at the top.
Oh.
And if you go in, I've got some chalk in here. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to do some giveaways today. Look, how about an Alison Fisher chalk holder?
Ooh,
who would like that?
Very nice.
Who would like that? Say it. You can have it. All right. That's a chalk holder
It's almost
there.
like it's on a hinge.
Here, I've also, look, don't tell anyone about this though. I've got a hair grip here. I put hair grips on them for when I'm practicing at home. I don't wear those in public, but... Brother's watching, Dave's watching. Dave, my brother David Fisher. He goes, all right, sis. Well, I'm just doing a what's in the case, but I want to tell you a little story after about what I caught the other day on the end of a fishing line. So here's another one. The zip goes right the way around and you can undo it. And in this part of the case, I always carry gloves. Okay, I always carry spare gloves because, not that I use them all the time, but I can't, Kim's looking in my case, but because sometimes if you're playing in a really humid environment and the cue feels a bit slippery, I love to put the glove on. I also carry some spare dots. And I just want to announce that in the coming weeks, I'm going to be doing quick tips, all right? You're going to find that on my YouTube page. You might find some on my website, but we'll see. But I will do some quick tips. I might name it something different, but I will be giving pointers out. So please look out for that. It's going to be good, right? So that's that. That's that pocket. Nothing else in there. And now to this pocket. This pocket has an extension piece for my cue. That's a peach hour extension piece. It has two of the little pieces that go on my jump cue, and I'm going to talk about my jump cue in a minute because I'm using a Henshaw jump cue. I always say his name wrong. It's so wrong. Right, love that. There's nothing else in there, but I would like, carry a London Bridge. I usually have this. I'm going to give one of these away today too. Look at that. London Bridge. Great bridge. You can use it against the rail. Anywhere on the table. Fantastic. I'll sign it if you want me to. Yep, no problem. I also am a little partial to... I've just got some chalks in the mail from town. See that? I would like to give them a little shout out because they just sent me some chalks. Look. Now, I love these because I'm not going to tip it up too much in case they all fall out. Circular, I love the feeling of them, but they're really good on the cue and really grip the tip, so no miscues. So I'm very happy with that. So that's what I'm using at the moment. Kim Shaw has a question.
I do. What about, how do you fluff up your tip and make sure your tip's nice? And
well, that's just what I was looking for, and I usually have it in here, and I don't have it in here, but I usually have a Mez scuffer. And Kamui do them too. They're really nice. So you just literally roll them over the tip to scuff it up if you have a miscue. So that's always, I usually always have that in here too. You can tell I haven't played in a little while because it's not in there. But usually it would be, okay? But love this case. Now we haven't looked in the case. But the other thing I like about this case is it's got two straps on the back.
Nice.
So a nice even distribution of weight on the shoulders, which I love because you know lugging your cases round is...
Especially if you've got back issues.
Especially if you've got back and neck issues. Right. The other, so here's my carbon fibre shaft that's in my case. There's the tip. And it's a peach hour gold tip. You can see not very much of a ferrule on it. That keeps it low deflection. It's called the Rogue. I think that's written on there. Look, I have to get my glasses out in a minute. Don't know if you can see that.
You can borrow mine if you want.
There you go. I'm not going to borrow yours.
They're dirty anyway.
Yeah, I know. You can never see out of her. If you look through her glasses, you can never see out of them. Right, Charlene, thank you. My friend in Singapore. Your case is gorgeous. I really appreciate that. This is the cue that I'm using right now. I asked Joe to also make me one with the ebony. This is Coca-Cola, abalone and maple. Beautiful cue. Wood only, and I actually switched to wood. I used to use linen all the time, and I've got a brass joint on mine, just to be different because it's mine. And anyway, I love that cue. And I use a 56-inch cue. Normally, the regulation or most cues are made at 58 inches. So I'm thinking about going down to a 55 too. So my snooker cue was only 54 back in the day. And I don't know.
Why do you think of going down?
Well, that's a good question because of where I grip. This is it in ebony, by the way.
I know why.
This is where I grip the cue. Now in snooker, everyone pretty much grips a cue at the end, and usually a snooker cue is about shoulder height. Okay, but the weight in the cue is put in, and if you're way up here, you're kind of dragging weight. Is my thought process. So I think you want to be like where the weight is or behind the weight even. So 55 inch is where my hand would sit. About here on the cue, and my elbow would fall perpendicular, like that 90-degree angle. That's the sweet spot, which again, if you follow some quick tips coming up in the next few weeks, I will explain everything, and we will be at the table. So that's the ebony version of my cue, which is absolutely stunning. Okay, And that's the AF8 on my site. This is the only one made at the moment. Don't you even try,
No.
Kim Shaw.
All right.
I'm going to check your bag when you leave the house because I noticed you came in with 2 backpacks.
I did.
I know. You've got to watch her, right?
What do you mean the only one made so far? What does that mean?
That's literally the only one in existence at the moment.
Okay, good.
Now, another cue that he's just made for me too is the AF1. AF2 actually, sorry. Let me just put my glasses on. Again, in a beautiful black finish. And we've got some linen wrap on that one. So these are all available on my website, alisonfisher.com. I'm also going to be giving out some signed photos today, randomly. Okay? I'll sign you some photos. That was me in my youth.
Tracy Chapman divorce says now she needs to get a shorter
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy
I
Chapman.
got a fast car.
Yeah, she's thinking about getting a shorter queue. So your queues, are they... Do you sell shorter queues?
Yes, you can get them in whatever length you like.
Right, okay,
54, 55, up to 62.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. So, yeah, go check them out. And they're not up charges either. But it will, if it's a custom queue, it will be an 8-week wait unless it's in stock. So, if it's custom made for you, then you have to expect a little bit of time to get it made. So, without further ado, what else have we got here? We've got... When does the Lights Out brand line come out? That comes out May 15th. If you go to shoplightsout.com and use the AF15 code, you will get 15% off of anything you buy on that site, whether it's mine or Lights Out apparel, you will get 15% off. So please go visit. Because these are people that do a lot for the industry too. People that I align myself with really do a lot. And the other thing I want to give a shout out to, people ask me, you know, what's your favourite table? And I have to say, Diamond billiard products. The Diamond table, I have one downstairs and I love it. I always say, and I always said this, if you can play on a diamond, you can play on anything. It's just one of those tables that, it's a tricky table. It's got a deep shelf when the slate goes into the pocket, and it's tough. So you've really got to, you know, be very focused when you play on that table. So Diamond billiard products, thank you for everything that you've done in the sport to support our tour. You can see shoplightsoutbilliards.com. I just saw that Thorsten joined us. Thank you, Thorsten. I will be calling you at some point later on to discuss QLab. That's what it was, wasn't it? QLab. It's an app available that Thorsten created along with a couple of other people, and it's fantastic. So you can share your pool diagrams, you can talk about pool, you can share it on the internet, whatever you want to do.
Alan Harvey's joined us.
Alan Harvey.
Sunbury Storm.
Can you tell me the time, please?
Time is 4:27.
Oh, good. All right, because at 5 o'clock, I'm actually doing another live interview for Venezuela. I'm going on Venezuela on Instagram. So if you want to follow that, that's on FVBILLAR on Instagram. I don't know if you can follow it, but
Can
if
you put the links on afterwards?
But maybe if you want to follow it, that's happening at 5 o'clock, and that will probably happen on time. Mine didn't, but that will probably be on time.
Find out all the kinks.
Yeah. So art piece behind me. Thank you for mentioning that. I put that up today. Dee just this frame was gold. We actually sprayed that this morning to a dark brown.
Nice.
So the diamond tables, I'm not sure what they retail for, but I'm sure we'll be posting stuff about that at some point in the near future. Kaylin says, do you still get the opportunity to play snooker? No, I don't. I love watching it still. Absolutely love it. I watch it on YouTube, and it's the one thing I really do watch a lot of. Just, you know, I just love watching the technique in it. So
Pool players could learn a lot from watching snooker
I think
players.
so. I don't think it can hurt anyone to watch snooker players.
And how they handle themselves.
Absolutely.
around the
Handling yourself around the
Brilliant.
table. Is there anything else you want to add to that?
No, that's it.
No? Technique, staying down on the shot. Somebody said to me, I have a problem staying down on the shot. I remember there was a question. And let me tell you something about that. Oh, look, love drops. Beverly Ashton. Hope you and the fam jam are safe. Yes, we are. Thank you very much. Hope you are too, fam jams. So, about staying forward on the shot. It's all about getting your weight distribution at the table forward. So if my weight is coming forward into the shot, which I'll show you on quick tips coming out soon, if I'm leaning in on my front arm, I actually cannot lift up off the shot. So if you notice snooker players, when they come into the shot, they push the hand forward onto the cloth, and that really helps push your weight forward. And then what you should feel like is that if the table was pulled away from you, then you would fall slightly forward. That's how your weight should feel when you're on the shot. So that will help you keep your head down, because you actually, what I say to people is if you cannot lift, if I'm right-handed, you can't lift your left arm up off the shot if the weight's in the right place. You heard it here, folks.
Great little tip.
That's a really good one, I think.
Never heard of that.
But you do it naturally because
You
you're a
do it,
snooker
yeah.
player. And I was told when I was younger, I was about 12 years old, to keep the head still on the shot, and I never forgot that. And I used to have a little black mark. I used to look, every time I'd finish playing, I'd look to see if it was nice and centred on my chin.
That's good.
Little black mark from a cue.
Yeah.
Shows you how dirty my cue was, really.
Yeah, but your head stays still. I was told that if your head stays still, everything else will stay still. So you don't have to worry about your arm jumping up or anything, because if your head stays still, everything else will.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. That's Meta. Not sure how you say your name. Meta, I think it would be.
I'm friends with her on Facebook. Hi, Mita.
Right. We would like to meet you sometime.
And I met her.
Will you do some trick shots in the future? I will do some trick shots in the future. Absolutely. Just for you, I'll do that, Anthony Carter.
What size pockets are on your diamond table?
I believe they're 4.5 or 4 1/4. I'm not 100% sure. Wait a minute, 2 1/4. They're 4 1/4, I believe, because I know that if you put 2 balls in there, it won't fit.
Great.
So I believe they're 4 1/4. But like I said earlier about the diamond tables, is they've got that deep shelf, meaning, and I'll show you at some point, not right now, but when the slate goes further into the pocket than most tables, and so you get a lot of bobbling if you catch the pocket and the ball bobbles. It's because the slate is further into the pocket, so they're a little tricky to play on, but in a good way, because that's the way it should be.
Yeah, the best player will win on the day.
Right, let's do another Englishism.
Oh, I hope I try and get this one right.
All right, I doubt it, but we're trying. How about whinge? A, is it a lie? B, is it to just make something? Or C, whining and complaining? So that's something to think about, okay?
So, hang on a minute.
Whinge.
Whining is complaining. Whining isn't opening
Whining.
a Cabernet, no?
Yeah, not opening Cabernet, but that will be later on,
All right.
whining. That would be our
We'll be
version
whining
of...
later.
We will be whining.
Okay, so
We
whinge.
might be even dining, probably, but whining for sure.
Dining and whining.
Yeah, I think whining goes well with players, doesn't it?
I think so.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Okay.
Another shout I want to say is to some exciting events that were going to happen this year that have been postponed. So obviously the WPBA has a tour out. I think the next Women's Professional Billiard Association event is going to be the Sledgehammer Open in Bristol on August the 20th, provided, the world opens up. Well, that's in memory. I just want to mention this of Helena Thornfelt, as you know, passed away last year in August, and we miss Helena, a tremendous player on our tour, and a really, really sad loss for us on the Pro Tour. And this will be a benefit and named after her. The sledgehammer. She was known as a sledgehammer, and it was really weird the other day, Kim. I was watching YouTube and a tournament of me playing Helena came out. I was playing her in the final of the World Championships in 1996. So it was really lovely to see us back when we were younger. And we miss her very much. Loved Helena.
She was so funny, but what a tough competitor.
Yeah, I loved.
Wasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Because I think what people saw on the table wasn't her off the table.
Oh
she
no.
was so light and
Great
funny.
player. Great
But
player.
on the table, she really knuckled down and.
Yeah. She used to have me removed from the arena, She didn't like me watching. She didn't like me watching her. And what it was, I used to love watching Helena because she was a great player.
Yeah.
Her pattern play,
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to love watching the way she played the game, and she wore her heart on her sleeve,
yeah.
and
And if
just
she didn't feel comfortable on the shot,
Yeah.
she got up, and not everybody does that.
yeah.
Yeah, her head was still on everything.
Yeah.
She was brilliant.
Well, we miss her, that's for sure. Okay, the whinge. We've done the whinge. Did anyone get that? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look, whinging means complaining. Say hello to cousin Michael in New Zealand, says my mother.
You're under orders.
Hello, Michael, cousin Michael, and all my cousins in New Zealand and Australia.
I love it.
Yeah, this is why. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
No,
Remember to like and share, because if you do that, you might find a little something. You might get a little giveaway. I had quite a lot of these over here. A little giveaway. Yeah.
Somebody asked about a photo of you and Billie Jean King. Is that real?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wondered if they meant...
No, there is a photo. I met Billie Jean at the Women's Sports Foundation. One year I was nominated as Sports Person of the Year.
Was that in England?
No, it was in America.
Okay.
It was in New York.
Right.
I didn't win it because it happened to be an Olympic year. And so Olympics was pretty big. And I do believe, or maybe one of the Williams sisters, I can't remember. Anyway, I went up against some really good opposition.
Wow. Yeah.
Competition, and anyway, I met Billie Jean there, so that was a really nice, yeah. And since I've seen that movie of her playing,
with Emma Stone.
yeah, that was a great movie too.
Battle of the Sexes.
Battle of the Sexes, yeah. I can always rely on you for movies. You're the movie buff.
You can.
Right, we've done all our riddles, Kim. I haven't got another one for you because you weren't very good at those.
Well, I tell you what, next time I'm going to be prepared with my own riddles. No. Pete Tong. It's all gone Pete Tong.
Oh, let's go back to that. Did we discuss that?
Somebody.
Kim threw out something.
It just. Oh.
She threw it out and she said, "What does it mean if you're Pete Tong?"
Now somebody did put who Pete Tong is.
And then who is Pete Tong?
Pete Tong is a DJ, an English DJ. I think he's on. I think he's on BBC Radio 1. I'm not sure. And if it's all gone Pete Tong, then it's gone wrong.
If something has gone wrong, it's gone
Pete
Pete Tong. So that's part of England for you. These are the sort of things that we say.
It's all gone Pete Tong, yeah.
Here's a funny one. Here's an Englishism that I haven't said yet. How about a plonker? If you watch the show Only Fools and Horses, you would know this because it's used a lot in that. Right, A, is it a form of torture? B, is it a drinking vessel? Or C, is it an idiot? What do we think about a plonker? What do you think about a plonker?
I think that I'm not going to give it away.
No,
don't. I know that one.
Yeah. Anyway, well done. Right, so if you let's see, where well, I've done my what's in the bag, right? I love that.
Carly Maggie MAGEE
Yeah.
says Plonker is an idiot.
Correct.
She's right.
Correct. Well done.
I'm gonna like that.
Yeah, well done. We appreciate that. Right. A snog. A smelly person. B, a kiss. Or C, between sunny and foggy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. What do you think about that one?
Yeah.
I hope this is entertaining you. It's quite fun for us to reminisce.
Oh, here's a question.
Yeah.
Not snooker related.
Yeah.
What are you binge watching at the moment?
Oh, God. Ozark.
Ozark. You put me onto that. I love it.
I love Ozark.
Love it.
I love the blonde, curly-haired girl in it.
Ruth. She's
Ruth
my
is
favourite character.
funny. And then the husband and wife. Oh, my God.
The Snells.
No, not the Snells. Them too. But the birds.
Oh, the birds.
Yeah,
Not the Snells.
the birds.
Yeah.
I know, it's
Brilliant
crazy.
show.
Alison Banks, how are you doing, my dears? My old school friend from England. She's living in Spain, I believe.
Is she?
My friend
Coco.
my friend Coco's watching from Hawaii, you lucky bugger. Yeah, we've got all sorts. Canada, clinics, yeah. I'm coming back, Beverly. Somebody said we love you in Canada earlier. I presume you're speaking for the whole nation, and I very much appreciate that. We've got Charleston, South Carolina. Penny Swan McBride.
Oh,
You know
Penny,
Penny Swan McBride, don't
She's
you?
English.
I love looking at your posts. I shared one the other day. That was a really good
Great
one.
sense of humour, Penny.
Yeah. Must be English.
She is English.
Must be.
yeah.
Must be.
Yeah.
Right, and now I've said happy birthday to Brittany. I've said happy Mother's Day to my mother. She might not have caught that earlier, but look out for something in the mail on Monday, Mum, okay? Don't run away from the person delivering it. But be safe, be careful. Florian, we've congratulated him on his 1 million views on YouTube, which is incredible. We mentioned the WPBA. Another one I wanted to mention was the involvement of Matchroom Sport in pool. They, in the past, and still do, they do the Moscone Cup, famous for that. It's probably the premier event in pool as far as the crowd, the teams, the players getting involved. Amazing.
TV as well.
The TV production is the best there is in sport. They do many sports, they cover everything, but they do the World Pool Masters, and they've also suddenly got involved with the US Open. So unfortunately it's postponed at the moment, but we're hoping that that comes up later in the year. Getting hold of the US Open, but I know for a fact, I talked with Emily Fraser from Matchroom, in that they want to get more women involved. So that's good news.
Fantastic.
They want to get more women playing against the guys. So it's going to be a lot of fun in the future for pool. And with Matchroom's involvement, everything they touch turns to gold. So we're looking forward to Matchroom being involved.
I have a question.
Oh, you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Talking of, did you say the Moscone Cup? I know there was a Queen's Cup, was that? Where,
Yes, long time ago.
USA played Asia. Was that right? Or Europe? No,
yes.
It was Europe and America played Asia.
Yes.
Any
it was like East versus West.
Anything like that in the pipeline, have you heard of? Or?
Not that I've heard of, but obviously there needs to be that. Because I actually think there's some great teams in the female side of it right now. We've got China, a lot of Asia, whether it be just China or whether Japan involved, Philippines. There's some great players all over now. And then we've got some really good European ladies playing. I've seen a few splashes of them coming over the internet lately, doing some challenge matches.
Right.
You know, we've got people like Margaret Fetlova, I think you say her name. Valerian, I think.
Okay.
Then you've got Kristina Tkach, that's how you say her name, from Russia. Mm-hmm. And then you have Pia Filler, who is Joshua's wife. She's a very nice player. I played her at the China Open, but she's got a good game. So there's plenty. Lena, obviously, from Norway, Lena Sjösvik. A lot of really great European players coming up through now. And they play in the European Championships, and I get to see them... Actually, my friend Colleen just asked who I'm chatting with. Actually, I'm chatting with myself. Yeah. No, actually, Kim. My friend Kim is in the background. Kim Shaw, because she sees me looking over there. I'm looking at a bunch of roses in front of me, and they're talking about... Because I've been on my own for a couple of months, and you know how it goes. That's what happens, you know.
Kim's monitoring the questions.
Yeah, Kim is monitoring. She's helping with the questions and throwing in her little tidbits of information. And she's always good for a laugh, this old Kim.
Generally being here.
I did a little chit chat with Ava the other night. It was a Cinco de Mayo, and Ava we were both going to have a cocktail. We were both going to have margarita, but I ended up on red wine. I was feeling the red wine that night.
That's your little...
And we did about an hour. We did a little hour on there, and that was fun. So that was a striking Viking. At the end, she was, losing it a little bit, I think. I think she had a couple of margaritas. And,
beforehand.
It was good. It was entertaining.
You should, next time that the world opens.
When the world opens up.
Get another guest in. We had Gerda.
Yes, we did.
Get another guest in and...
Kim's doing this when she says that. She's getting into it. Get another guest in.
About it.
Right. Yeah, we will. We'll absolutely invite somebody in. Actually, Emily Fraser did want to come on, but I don't know how to do that. I was just struggling enough to get myself on here live today, and I'm doing it through my phone because I struggled on my computer. And so I really appreciate people checking in and staying there, because I know I wasn't there at 3 o'clock. Naughty, tisk, tisk. So have we got any other questions? Who's your favourite pool player of all time?
Aside from me.
Aside from Kim Shaw, that's a tricky one, because there's, obviously when I came over here, I was a snooker player, so I really only liked snooker players. But over watching in time, there's so many good ones. If you look at Joshua now, it's a great Joshua Fillows, young 20s. I don't even know how old. Amazing player, shoots at everything and makes everything. And then you've got Darren making his comeback, Darren Appleton, who was out the game for a couple of years. You've got Niels Van, who I've always loved Niels' game from the Netherlands. Tremendous player. I love his discipline at the table and his intensity above everything else. But there's so many good players.
Take every shot with the same.
Yeah, really, really good. So it's about repetition and doing something the same. Thorsten, of course, you're here online. I love you too.
So it's got to be Thorsten then.
Great
really.
player. Yeah, I mean, yeah, shoot me a text if you want me to mention your name. Not you, Kim.
I know, right.
Okay, here's a question. How do I get rid of my side-to-side movement of my stroke? It's the only reason I miss. Well, we don't want to be going from side to side. So it's either that you've got a dodgy bridge hand, the word dodgy, which is, you see the bridge hand, you need to have that thumb up against that index finger. If you've got an open hand bridge, which I will discuss on quick tips coming up soon. But we need this. See, if we go and get some glue from the drawer, let's go get some super glue and glue that thumb up against that little index finger there. And you see that?
Yeah, that would be nice to do.
See that? That's a nice little V that the cue goes, and it does not move from side to side when you get it right. So it's very important to really make a solid bridge hand. So that's one reason we could be side to side. Another thing is that you could be standing way offline and your cue is following you over here. So you need to get more on line of the shot, which again, quick tips will be coming out soon and we will get to that. We will straighten everyone out on quick tips and help you along with your game. And I would appreciate you watching that. Please like and share this video, only if you like it, but hopefully you do. But please like and share, because if you do have a chance of winning little gifts today. Signed balls. I'll be giving out London Bridge, a lovely bridge. I will be giving out signed photos. If you want one of Kim, you're welcome to. She can take care of that. We only usually show her hand on here, so you don't really know what she looks like. She's all right. She's not bad.
All right, listen. Anthony Carter has just asked, and I know you've touched on this, but a reminder, what are you wearing? What brand of sweater are you wearing?
Look at this. This is Lights Out Billiard Apparel. ShopLightsOut.com. Please go there, and if you use the AF Alison Fisher 15, you will get 15% off. But we are also doing a giveaway. This is very special. You will be getting the first t-shirt of the line, the very first t-shirt. They will be out and shared with the public May 15th. But if you like this feed and share this post, we will pick somebody and we will announce that probably on Friday who will get the first t-shirt of the Lights Out Billiard Apparel line, of my line of anything you choose, 15% you'll get off Lights Out or the Alison Fisher line, or anything that they do. So that's good. Jim Bernard is watching. Barnard from, I remember, from California. He used to buy all the raffle tickets in the raffles and win everything. I remember.
Well, you could buy all the raffle
tickets. It was supporting the
the
WPBA and obviously various causes that we were supporting at that time too. So I remember you, and I know you got into trick shots and you ended up in China once, didn't you? Congrats on that. I hope you're doing well.
Somebody just put the link on Shop Lights Out.
ShopLightsOutBilliards.com.
Yeah.
So please go to ShopLightsOutBilliards.com to get your money off of your Lights Out products if you use the AF15 code. So that's totally worth it. We've done the isolation. How have you been, Kim, during isolation?
Yeah,
Would you like to share that?
Stayed in. When I've got my mask whenever I go to the supermarket. Funny thing, I went in to go into a shop the other day and they were letting one person in at a time, which I liked. Mm-hmm. So I put my mask on, I'm waiting in line, I put my mask on. Mm-hmm. There's somebody at the door letting a person in, right?
Yeah.
So he opened the door and he's standing there. So now I'm there with my mask on, right? There's three other employees in the shop, all with masks on, all in each different corner, right? So everybody's social distancing, except the guy at the door. So he's holding the door open for me, and he hasn't got a mask on. So I said, can you step away? He said, I'm holding the door door open for you. I said, I don't need you to open the door. I need you to step away.
This is the way Kim is.
Anyway, he did, and he didn't like it.
Oh, no.
I thought, how weird is that? Everybody's social distancing.
That's weird.
And yeah, he's standing there holding the door.
And you're
open.
telling him...
And I'm telling him to step away from the door.
Don't mess with Kim.
When I left, I saw a little old lady go in. Mm-hmm. And he almost rubbed shoulders with her. He was that close. So
you like, how you doing, love?
Yeah,
how you doing?
So yes, I am definitely being cautious.
You're
Yeah.
precocious.
I knew that was
You're
wrong.
precocious. All right, here's another Englishism.
Okay.
A quid. A member of the royal family. B, a famous London pub. Or C, a pound coin.
Quid. Jan, sorry. Do you ever come to a place in Canada?
Saskatchewan. She can't say it. I have been. I do believe I have. The Maritimes in Canada. I would love to come back. I used to travel a lot around Canada when I was younger, in my snooker days. And I used to go to the Orange Monkeys in Ottawa, and I used to do a lot in Toronto. And I went out to the coldest place ever, which was North Bay in Canada. Also, obviously, Calgary with my friends out there. And then also, what else? Another place. Well, the Maritimes, I said. No, I know there's one more, and I can't. Montreal, of course, which is where my friend Veronique Menard is from.
You can't say that name without
Veronique Menard. Ho-he, ho-he, ho.
Where are the Ashton twins? Where's their
Calgary.
Yeah,
lovely poem, one of the nicest poems.
Day.
How about, what did we just say, a quid?
Yeah.
Did everyone get right? That's
right.
It's a pound coin.
Yeah.
How about, did we do a kerfuffle?
No, we haven't done a kerfuffle.
That's a really good one, a kerfuffle. A kerfuffle, is it A, a disturbance, B, a dessert, or C, a scarf?
I'll share a kerfuffle, please. That's a dessert.
I'm wearing a kerfuffle. Or, can you hear that? Kerfuffle.
We've got a very interesting second language, haven't we?
Yeah, this is...
Kerfuffle, gobsmacked, Barney Rubble.
And Argy,
Barney Rubble.
oh yeah, Argy, won't go there, we'll save that one.
Okay. Right.
Argy Bargy, that was a good one
Bargy,
earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone got it? Kerfuffle is...
Yeah, well done, Debbie Reynolds.
A disturbance.
I mess
up. A disturbance.
Kim's
a kerfuffle.
I am. I can be.
I've
been in a few kerfuffles myself.
I know.
And I've gobsmacked a few people as well.
No. And what have you been in Argy Bargies?
And some Argy Bargies.
Yeah.
In a kerfuffle.
Wow.
Yeah. And it all went ping-tong, I have to say. It completely went
That's
ping-tong.
what happens. Now, I just want to... Would you do me a favour? Go to the counter and you see that flower up there?Uld you bring it over? I just want to show people that. I want to show my mum it. My mum is an avid gardener. Before I check off here...
Your mother's avant-garde?
Avant-garde.
Let me use my hand.
This is something from my garden, from my mother, look. Oh, it's a peony. I've grown it for a couple of years, but I got it off the bush the other day and I just thought I'd show that. And they smell wonderful, so...
One thing people might not know about you love gardening.
I do, I've enjoyed it actually during this... Well, what could you call this? This is unbelievable, isn't it? So in this isolation period, I have been doing a lot of gardening, this pandemic. Yeah, I know.
Do you think your natural state is quite calm? Do you think... Well, that obviously did help you on the pool table, but do you think you can train somebody to be like that, to do other activities like gardening, because it's quite calming, fishing, things like that?
Train them?
To help... Somebody who isn't naturally calm, to sort of teach them to be calm, do calm things.
Well, I think your
Painting.
nature, but only if you enjoy things, I think. Right. You know, I enjoy calm things. I happen to grow up with it around me. Look at Martin saying, is that flower for real? Absolutely. From my garden. Look, absolutely. I know, it's pretty cool. Peony.
Nice.
Peony.
Carnation?
I don't know, it's in my nature to be
Yeah,
very
it is
calm.
in nature to be.
So, and you're very calm too.
Well, I mean, I got a flat tyre on the way here.
She's got a flat tyre. I said, I've got a flat tyre.
Dealt with it.
No, we talked about where to go, what to
you told me
do.
where to go, had it done.
I had 25 minutes on my own here, pretending I was live,
Talking to
thinking I was
yourself.
live, talking to myself.
You've
and
got
nobody-
7 minutes before your next appointment.
I'm going to have to leave you very soon. Luke, how you doing? I just mentioned Matchroom Sport earlier and what you've done for the game and what you're doing for the game. And I believe, are you retired now, Luke? It's lovely to see you on here. But thank you for everything that you've done in the game. We appreciate it very much. My cues we've talked about. Go to alisonfisher.com if you're interested in cues or anything that I'm going to be a part of in the future. Clothing line, lights out apparel. That's what I'm doing. This is my logo, AF. You'll find that on all my cues. We're doing lots of giveaways. I will be going through this, monitoring this afterwards, and randomly picking out people to do some giveaways for. So thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Remember, look out for quick tips, which will be coming soon. And stay safe. Please stay safe and do the best that you can in this situation. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for Kim for being here. Always enjoyable having you here.
It's been a pleasure.
And thank you to everyone around the world. I hope you and your family are doing great. I wish the same for everyone else. Okay. Thank you. And look, Charlene, peace out. Take care. Happy Mother's Day. Thank you to you too. And thank you everyone for all your compliments that you've been firing at me. It's hard for me to follow along and talk at the same time because I'm not good at multitasking. But I really appreciate it. And so we'll be saying goodbye. Adieu, farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I won't sing because I know how that goes. All right. Take care.
Bye.
And we'll be seeing you soon. Lights out.